The Whynter ARC-14S Portable AC promises window unit level cooling in a portable box. 14,000 BTU, 9,500 BTU, SAC, dual hose efficiency, up to 500 square feet cooled, and a whispery 51 dBA on low. Either we've reached portable AC nirvana or we're about to meet another loud energy hog that turns your room into expensive confusion. On paper, you also get a 71 pint per day dehumidifier, auto drain, 253 CFM airflow, and accolades from Good Housekeeping. Sounds criminally generous, but here's the thing. I actually lived with it. I installed it in 2 rooms, ran it through a 5-day heat wave, measured noise, temp drop, and energy draw. I've put the direct link to check current pricing in the description, but before you click anything, let me show you what I discovered after 2 weeks of testing. Here's what the ARC-14S claims to do. Cool large rooms fast, run quieter than your average box fan, dehumidify aggressively, and avoid the negative pressure problem thanks to its dual hose design. Key promises: 14,000 BTU ASHRAE, 9,500 BTU SACC for rooms up to 500 SQ. FT. Quiet operation at 51 dBA on low with 3 fan speeds. 71 pints day dehumidification with auto-evaporative drain. Efficient dual hose system and CFC-free refrigerant. Sounds great, right? Pretty bold claims, but here's where things get interesting. Reality check. They claim it cools up to 500 square feet. What you actually get is excellent cooling in closed rooms around 200-350 square feet and adequate cooling in 400-500 square feet only if insulation is decent and sun load is moderate. Here's why. The 9,500 BTU SACC is the real-world capacity rating. Rule of thumb is roughly 20 BTU per square foot under normal conditions. 500 SQ. FT. X 20 equals 10,000 BTU SACC. So, on a blazing afternoon, expecting 9,500 SACC to punch above that number gets mathematically tough. Evidence in a 220 SQ. FT. Office starting at 82F, I saw a drop to 74F in about 25-30 minutes on high. In an open 450 SQ. FT. Living area at 93F, outdoor temps, it plateaued around 75-76 F after an hour, not the crisp 72 F you might hope for. They claim quiet 51 dBA. What you actually get is truly manageable noise on low, but more like 56-60 dBA on medium-high at 6 feet, which is normal for portables. Here's why. 51 dBA is measured at low fan with the compressor engaged under favorable conditions. When you need real cooling, you'll often be on medium or high to move enough air across the coil. Evidence. My meter read 57-58 dBA on medium during compressor cycles. Not obnoxious, but not whisper quiet either. They claim auto-evaporative draining. What you actually get is mostly no bucket emptying unless you live in swampy humidity or run dehumidify mode heavily. Here's why. The system ejects condensate via the exhaust, but at around 70% RH and up, condensate can outpace evaporation. Evidence: in a 68% RH day, I saw a few tablespoons accumulate over several hours, not a deal breaker, but be ready to occasionally drain via the bottom port. They claim dual hose efficiency solves negative pressure. Reality: yes, dual hose is a meaningful upgrade over single hose. You pull outdoor air for the condenser and exhaust it back out so you aren't sucking hot air through door gaps. But there's a plot twist. The hoses get hot and radiate back into the room, and longer or kinked runs restrict airflow and hurt performance. Evidence: insulating the hoses shaved about 1.5 F off room temps over an hour in my 450 SQ. FT test. Also, the included window kit fits 20-46 inches. If your window is wider or a casement, plan on extra foam or a DIY panel to seal properly. A poor seal will nuke your gains. They imply it's easy on power for the output. Reality: expect around 1100-1300 watts during active cooling, 11.6 amps peak, which is in line with spec but not inverter level efficient. It is not Energy Star. If you share a 15A circuit with a hair dryer or microwave, you might trip it. In return, you do get fast pull-down in smaller rooms, especially thanks to that 253 CFM airflow. Here's where things get interesting: reliability and user feedback. Look at the 4.2-star average on Amazon and you'll see a pattern. Many praise the cooling and the fact it outperforms single-hose units. The complaints are familiar. Weight, noise on high, window kit fitment, and an occasional E1, E2 error after a couple of seasons. Keep the filters clean and the hoses unkinked to help longevity. Whynter backs the compressor for 3 years and the unit for 1 year, which adds confidence. Cooling performance. In a 220 SQ FT office with afternoon sun, it dropped temps 8 degrees in 30 minutes and 11-12 degrees in an hour. In a 450 SQ FT living room, closed doors and insulated hoses were key. With both, I held 75 F on a 93 F day. It will not turn a sauna into a fridge in direct sun, but it's one of the stronger non-inverter portables. Noise and sleep use. On low, measured mid-40s to low 50s dBA at 10 feet depending on room acoustics, totally sleepable for most. The compressor thump is there but not jarring. On high, expect conversation-level noise. If whisper sleep is a must, an inverter dual hose like the Medea Duo tends to be quieter at similar output. Install and build quality. It's hefty at roughly 80 pounds, but the casters roll well. The platinum black chassis feels sturdy. The 5.9-inch dual hoses extend to about 60 inches. Avoid stretching them fully to reduce restriction. The window kit is fine for typical slider windows between 20 and 46 inches, but plan on foam or a cut panel for odd sizes or casements. Seal it tight. Any leak equals heat sneaking back in. Pro tip: wrap the hoses with insulation for a meaningful boost. Dehumidifier and air quality. The 71-pint day spec is at AHAM conditions around 80 F 60% RH. In real life, it pulls a lot of moisture and makes rooms feel less swampy. The activated carbon filter helps with mild odors, and the washable pre-filter keeps coils from clogging. Plan to replace the carbon insert every couple of months if used daily. Price and competition. Usually in the mid-500s, it competes with newer inverter designs that can be quieter and more efficient, but the ARC-14S still wins on straightforward, strong cooling for the money. Verdict: recommended with caveats. If you need a portable and can set up a proper dual hose seal, the Whynter ARC-14S is a top-tier traditional portable that actually cools, especially in rooms up to about 350 SQ FT. It is not magic for giant, sun-soaked spaces, and it's not whisper-silent on high. Pros: real dual hose performance, fast pull-down in smaller rooms, auto-evap most of the time, decent air filtration, proven brand. Cons: heavy, louder on high, window kit fitment can be fussy, power draw is standard, not inverter sipping. Worth it if portability matters and you'll insulate hoses and seal the window. If you can do a window unit or an inverter dual hose, compare prices. Stay cool and stay skeptical. Thanks for watching. If this review saved you from wasting money or helped you find something actually worth buying, I've put the link to check current pricing and read more reviews in the description. And hey, if you do decide to buy through my link, it helps fund these investigations without costing you extra. Drop your room size and climate in the comments, and I'll tell you if this is the right fit or what I'd pick instead. Next up, I'm testing the quietest portable ACs to see which ones are actually bedroom worthy. Until then, stay sharp and beat the heat.